ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما.
اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد معدن الجود والكرم وآله وأصحابه وبارك وسلم.
وبارك وسلم عليه الصلاة والسلام عليك يا سيدي يا حبيبي يا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا رحمة للعالمين. You have already listened to two beautiful speeches and two dynamic deliveries in two different subjects. And after that, there is no need, although time and over again it is being said that I should say something for a short while. But I think after two such beautiful lectures, there's no need for anything else to be said. But because command is about respect, so I'm going to just say a few words of barakah. And then you will listen to the personality that you have been waiting to listen to. But don't think that only when you listen to him you will get it. Just by seeing him. Just by seeing him you are getting, just by sitting with him you are getting. And what I'm going to explain to you in a very short while. If you don't understand the personality after I present the math, then your math is really bad. Okay? This discussion that Hazrat Allama Mufti Muhammad, who is the Janashin and the successor and the heir apparent of Huzur Muhammad Kabir, Hazrat has appointed him as his heir apparent and successor. And indeed, he has and will receive the treasure of knowledge from the ocean that he is attached to. Subhanallah. And on the other hand, you listen to the son-in-law and the Khalifa of Huzur Muhammad Kabir and the Khalifa of Huzur Tajushariah as well, who has been moving this ocean around the world so that we may benefit from it. Subhanallah. And all these personalities have in a very beautiful way discussed very, very important discussions. However, I'm just going to say something for the English-speaking youngsters especially. Very briefly, both our great scholars have explained the importance of protecting your Iman. And you must remember that Iman is the most valuable thing. There is nothing more valuable than Iman. And they have explained that in every era there are fitnas, the strife, and people's Iman is being attacked from all four sides. And at the moment, the condition of the Muslim world is visible before your eyes. Each one of us is aware of the condition of the Muslim Ummah today. And we are also aware of the condition of the situation that is unfolding in Pakistan, where every day thousands of our children are being massacred. Allah. I just think, how can Muslims be desensitized regarding this when you look at your own child? How can you be desensitized when you pick up one morsel of food to put in your mouth and you think there are those children that haven't eaten for days on end? When you look at your own child, that I want to do this and this and this for my child and my grandchild, and then you think of the mothers there, those 5 and 10 children that just been taken away in a minute. Allah. The West wants to desensitize us. That is why they do this. But the West has worked on two policies always from the beginning. The one policy has been to desensitize the Ummah concerning the realities that are happening and unfolding in front of their eyes, like what is happening in Palestine. And the other thing they have done is to try to weaken our essence. And our essence is our deen and our Iman. Yes. And to do this, they have planted agents amongst us. Yes. To do this, they have planted agents amongst us who come in the garb of calling themselves Muslim, professors, doctors, or whatever other name they give. These people who are actually deviants, they are bad mazhabs, the enemies of the deen of Allah and Allah's Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. These are the same people that these personalities are warning you about. These are the same people about whom the Al-Qaadiri came before and warned us about. These are the same people that Huzur Muhaddis Kabir all his life is warning people about. And these are the same people that divert you. They don't say things about this and that. They go straight to the court of Rasulullah. Allah. The attack goes initially to the court of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and to the awliya, because they know that if you become distant from the pious servants of Allah, from the awliya, you will become distant from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And when you become distant from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, what iman is there? how will you reach the court of your Creator? They know this. That is why they try and do what they do. They come and give you stories that you never heard about. They give you discussions that are there to cause corruption in your mind. Example, very quick, and I'm going to be very fast in a few minutes. How long have you been hearing the Bad Mazhab saying that why you guys wasting your time reading Salaam Rasulullah? Have you heard this before or first time you hear it? We're hearing it right from the time we're children. Yes. What do the Bad Mazhab tell you? That why you standing after Jummah and making Salaam Mustafa Jane Rahmat Bilak wa Salam? Why you doing this? Why you doing that? The beloved Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Nobody can hear you from far. When somebody is far away from you, they can't hear you, they can't communicate with you, they can't do anything. So where is the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam going to hear you and communicate with you or benefit you or do anything? I said, what a joke. I'm going to tell you. Second thing what they tell you, nobody can just give like that. Only Allah can give. Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam can't give you anything. Nobody can give. Only Allah is the giver. Indeed, the true giver is Allah. Let's not go into the deep discussion. The other thing what they tell you that certain things, the hype, etc., like you heard from Mufti Abu Yusuf, as you heard from Mufti Shahid, nobody knows about this thing. Only Allah knows. Nobody can tell you tomorrow what is going to happen. Nobody can tell you what is going to happen at that place. Nobody can do this. Nobody can do that. Anybody found to explain to you. I say it makes me laugh. It's sad because it's wrong, but it makes you laugh. It's a joke that somebody who calls themselves a Muslim says this. Not only somebody who calls themselves a Muslim, the same people who praise AI, the same people who praise artificial intelligence, they are saying that how can you do such, how can the Nabi do this and this and this? How can the Sahaba do this and this and this? How can the awliya do this and this and this? Amazing, how can you even think about it? If you want to understand, let's today go to, what's everybody using today? ChatGPT. Everybody's using ChatGPT. Put 3, 4 keywords, that thing gives you a whole story. Ask that thing, some hadith is starting to give you narrations upon narrations, Sahih ke ghalat. It's giving you a whole lot. Nobody is objecting to that. Nobody is objecting that how you go into ChatGPT and you press 2, 3 things, say one sentence and give you 20 pages. That thing is created by man. That thing is man-made. You put in 2 words, it gives you 20 pages, 30 pages, 40 pages. They're saying that we don't object to, but you object that the Nabi can give. You object that Nabi can give. They say no. You see, the difference here is that the people put the data inside there. The scientists and the IT masters took the data and they put it into ChatGPT. It's giving you what data was put into it. I said when you can put data into a computer and it can answer you, Allah what He put in His Nabi that He can answer. Allah what He put in His Nabi. They say no, but Wali can't give from one heart to another heart. How is possible? Computer is in my hand. I transfer my data when I want. I transfer my data when I want. You talk about transferring data now, 1400 years ago. Hazrat Abu Hurairah went to Rasulullah and he said, Ya Rasulullah, inni asma'u minka hadithan kathira ansa. Ya Rasulullah, I hear so many of your hadiths. I forget. The Nabi didn't say, what am I going to do? Nabi said, Abu Hurairah, put your chadar down. Put your sheet down. Nabi said, put your sheet down. All these hadiths that I'm telling you, all the data is with me. Abu Hurairah, I put my hand in your chadar. Put it to your heart. Abu Hurairah is transferring. Transferred 1400 years ago. Today it is in the heart of Muhammad.
Subhanallah! Nare takbir! Nare risalah! Maslake ala hazrat!
Sitting in front of the personality who is the waris of the ilm of Rasulullah.
Yes,
he is the inheritor of the ilm of Rasulullah. And this barakat of this ilm came from that moment when the Nabi put his hand in the chadar of Abu Hurairah. Abu Hurairah, you didn't know any hadith, but today open every other book, An Abi Hurairah, An Abi Hurairah, An Abi Hurairah. Today you ask the Sahaba, you ask those who sat in the court of Rasulullah, who gave the most narration? They say Abu Hurairah. Which book did he read? Where did he go and learn from? The beloved Nabi put his hand in his Mubarak on his chadar, and the thing knowledge started spreading. Abu Hurairah said to the next Sahabi, the next Sahabi, next Sahabi. until they transferred what they want, to whom they want, how much they wanted. And today that tajalli is sitting in the heart of us. I remember a few years ago, we went to Umrah together. Hazrat Mufti Shahid, there was a Yemeni boy walking with him. And the Yemeni boy was talking to him in Arabic. And he was asking about Hazrat. So he was telling him in Arabic because he saw Hazrat and he fell in love. Young Yemeni youngster in Sa'i. He started talking to Mufti Shahid Azan. Mufti Shahid Azan was beautifully explaining him in Arabic. But he had to hold Hazrat also. So because he was taking Hazrat, he said to him, go and ask. In other words, he pointed to us. Go and ask to him, he'll tell you more. So the young man came to me. He said, I'm learning Hadith. I'm learning Bukhari. Do you have somebody that can teach me Bukhari? Because I can see this man, he knows a lot. This is a very great man. I have never seen him before, but there's some light on his face that I can't understand. This is in Safa Marwa. He's making sign, but his eyes on the face of Muhaddis Kabir. Muhaddis Kabir is walking. He's talking to me, but he's looking at Hazrat's face. The Yemeni youngster. We're walking together and he's looking at Hazrat's face. And then he looks at me. He said, does he have Bukhari with him? If I ask him to teach me, does he have Bukhari with him? I said, yes, he has Bukhari with him. He said, I can't see. He said, it's not in his hand, it's in his heart. It's not in his hand, it's in his heart. This is that personality who is the walking, talking Bukhari. Subhanallah. This is this personality that when we went to Baghdad, was there. When we went to Baghdad Sharif and we went to the Mazar of Maruf-e-Qarhi. We went to the Mazar of Hazrat Maruf-e-Qarhi, the Imam of the Masjid. The moment he saw Hazrat's face, never met him before. He started walking with both his hands tied. He came and he asked me, who is this? I said, this is the great Imam of Hadith who came from India. He said, let me walk with him. He walked with Hazrat. He was an elderly person. If you've been to Maruf-e-Qarhi, you know from the door to where the bus waits, it's a very long walk. He comes and he starts walking next to Hazrat. He starts speaking to Hazrat in Arabic and he says to Hazrat that I want to know this, I want to know that. Hazrat says, I am a Hanafi, so I'll answer you as per the Hanafi mother. He said, I am also a Hanafi. He said, but I have this problem, this problem, this problem. I read it in the books of the Ahnaf, but I can't find the answer. While walking from the gate to the bus, Hazrat Muhaddis Kabir answered all his questions. He started to kiss Hazrat's forehead. He started to hold Hazrat's hand. He said, I'm here in Baghdad, Muqaddasa, teaching Hadith, teaching fiqh, but what you told me in 5 minutes, I never read in the Subhanallah. That personality is right. The personality of Huzur Tajushariah radiallahu said that this man is not just one man. He is the mission and the guardian of Maslaki Ala. Huzur Muhaddis Kabir is the greatest Muhaddis alive. 93 years old. He is a hafiz of 60,000 of Rasulullah's hadith. And not just the hadith, he's knowing the entire chain of narration. And if you ask him about each narrator, he's going to give you the life of each narrator as well. So you have sitting before you the wali, the son of a wali. Subhanallah. His father is Tajushariah Badul Tariqa. Subhanallah. Who came from the court of Allah Hazrat. Like I told you just now, how you transfer your data from one computer to another. Upon your authority, I want to give you only 1 GB, I'll give you only 1 GB. I want to give you 250 MB, I'll give you 250 MB. Allah Hazrat gave everything to Tajushariah. Tajushariah gave everything to Subhanallah. That is why I want to know what you have in front of you. Those who came here today to make his ziyarah and listen to him, it's your khush nasibi, it's your good fortune. Take his blessings, listen to him. Put his words in your heart and take it with you when you go. Inshallah, it will brighten your heart and your iman. Without saying any more, I am going to request Huzur Sayyidi Muhaddis Kabir को दावत शुरू दिया जा रहा है कि हज़रत अपने नूरानी इरफानी बयान से हमारे दिलों को मुनव्वर फरमाए और हम सब की ईमान की हिफाजत के लिए जो हमेशा की तरह अर्ज करते हुए अर्ज करते रहे. Let us welcome Hazrat Dinari Takbir Dinari Risalah. After what we all said, I'm sure you're better to judge. In South Africa, whenever we have a program, I said, Sunnis, the more you, any battery, the more you use it, the faster it dies. Any battery. You use it more, it will die. The battery of the Ahl Sunnah, the more you use it, the more it lives. Subhanallah. Let's go. Narai Takbir. Narai Takbir. Narai Risalah. Kabir.